Nope, wrong button. Okay, situated on my phone. Oops, up there. Hi, Frankie. Oh, Frankie, I could just hug you. You are such a sweet lady. Thank you so much. When are you headed home? Hi, Kathy. Hi, Wanda. Are your subgroups working? They were working fine on my end, and I had a couple other people check it's fine. I think Facebook's being glitchy today. Okay, let's start marking people off here. Going home tomorrow. Please drive safe. Frankie, Wanda. Hi, Lexi. Lexi, Kathy. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm just checking off names here. Kathy. I don't believe it's already class 3 of Lola. I think we have the autofocus figured out. I actually purchased a program. So hopefully it's all good. My door is going to be open because the dogs are coming in and out. Hi, Dawn. I think Dawn, Nicole, and I figured out the autofocus finally. I got the hiccups. Still not working for you? Oh dear. Hopefully they get it all situated. Facebook's been doing some weird things today, I've noticed, so. Gotta love technology, right? Hi, Kim. Kim, I still can't see your Baronia. I tagged you on the Baronia group page. Your email didn't come through. It's just, I don't know. There's weird things happening in internet land today, I swear. I got the sniffles. I was sneezing. The cat was bugging me. Oh no! Lots of ads. Oh my goodness. Hey, Nicole. Yeah, Dawn, that wasn't the Baronia. That was her Annette that you sent me. Hi, Lenore. conditioner just clicked on. I'm cold. It's starting to get overcast here. Maybe we'll get some rain. That would be good. How was everybody's day? Almost the end of the week? It's okay, John. At first I thought it was a Bronia too, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a Bronia. So today we are going to, this bag goes together super different. So we are going to finish part of the exterior assembly. And the lining panels. And then next week we will be putting them together. Now this bag doesn't go together like your typical birth bag. It's really different. I'm just reacquainting myself. Hi, Rebecca. I got your Bronia. Thank you, Rebecca, for sending it to me. I will be doing, I think I'm going to try to do the Baronia on Sunday or Monday, the mini movie. Where's Rebecca's name? Okay, Kim. Yeah, I didn't see it, Kim. I didn't see it on the page either, but bizarre. So we're just going to give it a little bit more. We have 10 of us in here right now out of a class of, would you believe it, 40 people? Crazy. Did everybody get their homework done? Who's sewing along with me today? So I think we will be starting with the lining panels, kind of following the pattern to a T. You're sewing with me today, Lexi? Excellent. I said this goes together so different than any other bag I have made. Well, I guess the Bronia was pretty different too. Oh, have a good night at work, Maddie. So Nicole can sew. Dawn sewing with me? Oh, your second Lola, Dawn? I know you did one already. You went crazy with it. Isn't it, Wanda? I know that there's other people watching, or those of you that catch the replay later. Thank you, thank you, thank you for participating in the class. We end up having about half of the membership on for the live, which is great. Making more and more friends. It's great. You see it there? Okay, I'll have to go. I'm going to take a quick peek. Let me look. Post it in the group. I'm going to look quickly. I don't know what is going on. There it is. I see it now, Kim. Perfect. Awesome. And Nicole tagged me. Great. Thank you. Just didn't want to miss you in there. Hi, Lisa. Lisa. Yeah, I got it. Thank you so much, Nicole. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. So I'm super excited. I just finished filming the tutorial today for September's Bag of the Month Club bag. I got to do the tutorial on it. It's cute. Oh, it might not be user error, Kim. Facebook is doing weird things today. I've noticed it too. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. My cat was asking me for loving, and I'm so incredibly allergic to him, and then I just sneeze and sneeze and sneeze. You want to be here for the whole class? Nice. Are you sewing along with me today, Lisa? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 in here. We'll give it another 5 minutes or so just to see if we get a few more. And then we'll get started. Pretty easy class today. We're just getting everything ready to put it together next week. Again, we're not going to assemble the exterior today. We just have all the exterior panels done because they don't go together the same way. It's really super different. Oh, Lisa, you bought a walking foot sewing machine today. What kind of machine did you buy? Exciting. Is it an industrial, semi-industrial? I get excited when everybody gets new machines. Oh my gosh, look how messy it is back there. Can you guys see my vintage, that black one? That's my vintage Singer. It's a commercial. It's for light to medium. It works, but it scares me. It has no servo motor on it, so it's more decoration. I picked it up for like 200 bucks before I got my Titans. I just have to remember to keep oiling it. I think there's parts missing on it. Like it doesn't keep tension or anything. A Conso Industrial. Congratulations, Lisa. Welcome to the Industrial Club. You're gonna love it. So Annie says she's not going to be able to make it today. Hi Diane, how are you? So we'll get started in about 2 minutes here. We'll just give a little bit more time for a few more people to pop on. So again, this class, we're just going to work on getting the lining panels ready to go. Next class will be the most intense of all the classes, and it's because we're putting it all together at that point, and it's not your typical dropping it into like your exterior into your lining type assembly. It's really different. So next week we will have to start right at 4 o'clock because we'll need that full 2 hours to do the zipper and put everything together. So today may not be a full 2 hours depending. We're mainly just doing the lining panels. I was just kind of looking at this to kind of see where we're at and what I want to do. Yeah, in the you may get part of the bottom sewn on, but not the whole thing. It's really, really different. We'll see where we get. We're going to be doing the decorative slip pockets, which are actually in the pattern. Actually, the slip pocket is a little bit different than how I do it, but we'll get through it. And when I do things differently, no, you're more than welcome to follow the pattern as the way they do it. I just usually do my linings just slightly different. So today is going to be a lot of repeats. If you've taken the classes before on doing our lining panels, because I do my lining panels the same in all the bags. So I'll walk you through all of that again today. Yeah, I'm trying to decide how far we should go. I think we'll do the full assembly next week because it's really hard to start and stop the assembly unless we make super good time and we can get it, but then we might get it all done this class, but I don't think that'll be the case. I don't think there will be homework for this class. So we're just going to work on those lining panels, and then what I might get everybody, hi Kathy! What I might get everybody to do too, because the way this goes together is really different. So homework might actually be to watch my Lola tutorial this week that all the members have access to, just so you get an idea of how this bag we'll be putting the lining and the exterior panels together. It'll just kind of give you a basis of when I go to show you how to do it, because it's going to be a little bit difficult to explain and show, but I'll still be able to do it. I did it in the tutorial. That'll just help, I think, ease a few questions that may happen when we go to do it next week. So that'll probably be the homework for everybody to go watch that. So what will happen is if we get through all the lining panels today, which is all we're really going to do, then it'll be watching the tutorial that I posted, maybe from start to finish, and then next week we'll be putting it all together. Yeah, it's just such a very different way of doing it, just because we're so used to doing the full exterior at one time and then the full lining at one time. But because they kind of construct at the same time, I know that sounds really weird. It's actually truly amazing how they go together. So before we get started, has everybody clicked on the community channel or the community feed and voted for what bags they want to have for October? That draw will be announced the last day of the month, so on August 30th. So if you haven't already, please do make sure you vote so you have a say in what our October bags will be. So, all right, who's ready to get started? Actually, I know what was homework that I didn't do. Did everybody do their lining zipper pockets for homework? I didn't do mine. I forgot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we actually may get through a good chunk of this bag today. I swear. There's not really that much left. So I did forget to do my lining zipper pocket. So I am going to go ahead and do that again. It's done exactly like we did with the exterior, of course. So I am going to put you down to the split table. I don't believe I forgot to do that for homework. That's okay. It won't take too long to do it. So let's do that zipper pocket. I got my this here, and I need my overlay. Who's sewing along with me today? Well, that could be a good thing. Has everybody used the washroom? Okay, so I'm going to apologize now because I failed and I did my homework. I did a class for homework, but I forgot to do this part of it. So we are going to do it super fast here. You did your pocket? Okay. Okay, so you know what? I'll set this aside for now. We will do our slip pocket quickly. And then if I'm waiting for anybody, I can go ahead and I can do that zipper pocket. Let me find my slip pocket. Okay, so we have our slip pocket piece here. What we want to do is we want to fold it in half, like so. Again, we're doing this the way I like to do my slip pockets. All right. Now we can do this one a little bit differently. We can try to. I'm going to try to do it like we did it in, like it does it in the pattern. But we're also going to make sure we're putting this on. So the difference from what I did in the tutorial is in the tutorial I measured up from this bottom, and placed it there a folded edge. In the pattern, they have the raw edge of the opening with the bottom of the bag, and that gives us a really good where it's going to lay. So we're going to sew down these sides, and then we're actually going to put the overlay on the folded side. So I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit here. So let's go ahead and what's my seam allowance done? You finished yours, Lisa? Okay, you guys all finish your interior zip pocket. Okay, good. I'm behind. I'm so bad. I knew I was forgetting something. Seam allowances. Somebody help me out here. I think it's 1/2 inch. I have too many patterns in my brain. I believe it's 1/2 inch. Thank you, Dawn. Dawn is my person who keeps me straight for my seam allowances. Okay. Let's flip you guys over to the machine. So just down those two sides we clipped, not along the top. We'll go 1/2 inch. Same on the other side. You'll see I have my zipper on, put on. I had it on already, but we're going to be using it a lot. I think we might actually get to part of the zipper today, so we will see. Okay. All right, so what we want to do is on these corners, we want to kind of clip on an angle as close as we can to the stitching without cutting the stitching. This is going to help us get nice sharp angles there. And then go ahead and trim the seam allowance down to about 1/4 inch or so. Hi, Anna. How was work today? Oh, Kathy, you already got it all done. I guess, I'm behind the game. Okay, let me just rush through all of this. Did I give the slip pocket as homework too? Oh my goodness, I did not. I fell behind the game here. This is going to take me 2 seconds to do, and then we'll actually be to constructing the bag then. So I'm going to quickly just go and give this a good press. Okay. And we're going to do this one just slightly different, kind of like the pattern. Hi, Lauren. Oh, just the zipper pocket was homework. Okay, so I'm only a little bit behind the game then. All right. So this is what we got. So usually we would put the zipper overlay on this open part. We're not going to do that this time. We're going to ignore the zipper overlay part right now, and we're going to work on this curved part. Now, if you didn't want to do the decorative overlay, this is where you would just go ahead and you would top stitch this folded line. I'm going to do the decorative overlay, and I'm going to do it the same way, except for we're not working with a raw edge here. So I'm going to get my double-sided tape. And I put it along both. I got a center line down the center of my, just like when we were drawing it out. So this is 1.5 inches, and I have a 3/4 inch line down the middle. Again, you can use clips if you don't want to use tape. And then you're going to take this edge here and match it up with that line, like so. And then go ahead and fold this over and get it nice and even with the one that's kind of behind. So we're sandwiching that in behind. Again, we're doing it on the folded one. We usually don't do that, but we're doing it a little different with this one because we're kind of following the pattern, and I'll show you why once we get there. And then we're going to go ahead, I'm going to top stitch just through this bottom. You can do 2 lines of top stitching if you want, at the top and at the bottom. Just make sure that your top stitching is getting through both sides at the same time. Somebody's honking outside. Not at my house. We're okay. Does everybody like my new sign that my mom bought me? It says, Alexa, do the dishes. Oh no, she's going to talk to me again. She's quiet. She doesn't like it when I tell her to do the dishes. She responds back at me, but I have her turned down. Okay, so make sure you backstitch just where the fabric meets it, because we're going to trim it even here in a moment. And make sure it caught on the back as well, which I did, so that's good. And then go ahead and trim it up nice and even without cutting. You don't want to cut your fabric, so you're going just a little bit longer than what the fabric is and trimming that up. Okay, so I'll give everybody a couple minutes to get that far. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go ahead and do some of my homework quickly so I can get caught up, as we might be moving on a little sooner than we thought. So I'll give everybody about 3 or 4 minutes to get to that point. Ignore what I'm doing as I do my homework really fast. Really fast. Alexa is saucy. Okay. Oh, she's talking again, but I have her turned down. I don't know what she's probably talking to me, talking smack about me, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so once you're done that, please, for the slip pocket, just please send me a done. I'll flip over. I'll show you what I'm doing here too in case you want to watch. But again, this was homework. It's just repeat of what we did on the back of the bag. I did my homework but forgot this was part of it. So I'm just going to rush through it quickly. And get it done. Put this up so you guys can see a little bit more what I'm doing. Okay, now did everybody make sure that their foam is trimmed nice and thin on the exterior pieces? Just double checking because it's going to be very important here momentarily. then I'm just doing my homework really fast. Diane is done. And of course, it's important I have this part done if we want to move on. So I'm just trying to get it as fast as I can. I apologize to everybody. Lexi is done. To the table. Got it. I'll just get this panel in between steps rather than me waiting. I now actually have something to do because I didn't do this zipper pocket. Okay. Okay. So now what we're going to do is on the back, actually we don't have to do that. We want to find the bottom center of this raw edge, so we're just going to fold it in half, like so, and do a little snip. You want to find the top and bottom centers here. Matching up those little notches help a lot. Along the top as well. And then we are going to take this right side up and we're going to match up these center lumps along the bottom. Like so. So this bottom part of the pocket is going to get caught in that seam allowance. Okay, and then what we're going to do is top stitch down here, baste along the bottom, and then top stitch back up here. Do not top stitch right here though. That'll close up the slip pocket. So let's go ahead and do that. Come on, which is fine. Up the other side. So that's what we have there. We have a working pocket. This will end up being part of the seam underneath here, so that'll keep that nice and closed up. I'm going to just burn my ends here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put rivets right here and one right here. And the reason I do that is because this pocket is going to get so much use that right at these pressure points of our stitching, we don't want those stitches to pop eventually. So I like to put rivets in just to make sure that isn't going to happen. Again, this is completely optional. You don't have to do this. I think it's nice for the security and also really nice decoratively. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Not with that. That's not working very good for me anymore. And through this side. And I'm also going to grab a couple scraps of Decavol Heavy, which I like to put in behind my rivets. And the reason I use Decavol Heavy in behind my rivets is because fabrics and faux leathers and everything eventually stretch with time, where Decavol Heavy or Peltex does not. So if it does stretch, the Peltex behind the posts or the Decavol Heavy behind the posts makes it so that rivet won't come through eventually with the stretching. It just kind of secures it in there regardless of what that fabric is going to do. So I'm going to put that on like so. And same with the other side. Get in there. And I'm going to grab my rivet press here. Who here has a rivet press and who sets the rivets by hand? I'm just curious. Okay, so that is our slip pocket done. I'm going to give everybody about 4 or 5 minutes to finish that up, and I'm going to continue on with my homework and get that pocket, zipper pocket done. It shouldn't take me too long. Let me know when you're all done with that. Rivet press, Kathy? I was no good at setting rivets by hand, I tell you. Getting my rivet press was an amazing, amazing thing. Almost as amazing as getting my industrial. Definitely worth the investment. Wanda has a rivet press. Lisa has a rivet press. Lenore does both. Karen wouldn't do it without the rivet press. Lauren, I have 2 rivet press machines as well. One for holes. I actually have a grommet die. I have Gold Star rivet presses. But yeah, I mainly use just the one. So, but I do have 2. Double check something here. Lexi has a press. I did it by hand one time and quickly bought a press after that for sure, hey? Okay. Leave it open. That's exactly what happened with me too, Karen and Lexi, is they just would not stay in. I just was no good at setting them by hand. Look at my mess here, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna just quickly power through getting this pocket done. So I am all caught up with you guys. Don't believe I forgot to do this pocket. I don't know where my mind was. Next purchase, Diane, definitely do it. If you order from Emmeline Bags, they actually have, it's fairly good price for the Cam Snap rivet press with the 9mm dies. And the 9mm dies you can also do 8mm rivets, so it works out really, really good. How are we doing? Oh, to be honest, I'm not a fan of the cam hole maker if you have a lot of thickness to go through. Don, honestly, I don't ever use my hole punch. That's what my other one is, and I don't use it. I find I'm not very accurate with it. That could just be a brandy thing, but okay. How are we making out with that slip pocket, everyone? So usually I'm just sitting here waiting. Now I'm actually trying to catch up. I'm behind. No. Come on, get on there. Karen says, do it, Diane. You won't regret it. Emmeline is a good price. Oh, that didn't go on straight. Come on, zipper. You know, I usually don't struggle with my zipper pulls, but I am right now. It's because everybody's watching me. Come on. There we go. Nope. My daughter sends me flowers and candy for Mother's Day. The last Mother's Day I asked her for a rivet press. It was cheaper for her. She was happy. Awesome! That's what happened with this computer chair that I have. My boys bought it for me for Mother's Day. Oh, you guys can't see me. Let you see me. How are we doing with our slip pockets? Is everybody done? Let me know if you're done the slip pocket, and then we will move to the next step. Just quickly doing this zipper pocket. Okay, Diane is done. You don't mind watching me finish my zipper pocket. I'm panicking. I hate it. Oh my goodness. I guess I can flip you over. It seriously won't take me very long to do this. So what everybody can do while you're waiting for me to catch up is you can mark the top and bottom centers of your lining panels and main panels and your middle sections of your bottom pieces. So along the sides and along the bottom of your lining panels. Come on. Okay. Okay. Go get this quick press. You know you've been making too many bags in a week when you're just all over the place. I'm almost there. How's everybody else making out? On my connectors, I just did the one. But there's more than enough there. If you wanted to do 2, you could. 2 would look really nice as well. It's all about preference. And I made sure I backed mine with little pieces of Decaville Heavy as well, or Peltex. Just gives it that little extra stability and security. So we don't want those popping. Yeah, almost done. Okay, let's get that top stitch. You guys see me working like crazy here. You're very welcome, Diane. Serves me right for taking it. I did a homework class today, forgot about this, and then I took like a little power nap just before class. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, just hubby was kind of noisy getting ready for work. That's okay. I'm gonna make him take me out for supper tonight after work. I think that's fair. Come on. Come on, hands work. There we go. How about you, Rebecca? Are you sewing along with us? Are you just watching today? I think the majority of everybody's just watching today. Where's my lighter? And did everybody remember to leave their bottom open on their zipper pocket? Because you will want it open for turning. Oh, I thought I did that upside down for a minute. I would have cried. Okay, trim these up. And I'm gonna go and give this a quick press. Rebecca, I'm watching. I still need to get caught up. That's what I will be doing the next few days. Awesome. And Rebecca, you know, you can always reach out to me via email or on Facebook or whatever if you need a hand or have questions, okay? I'm here for all of you. So I usually spend the first hour or so of my morning answering emails. I love getting emails, so it's all good. I'm just going to quickly go give this a quick press, and then I'm caught up. Oops. All right, I feel better now. All right. Next steps. So we are going to start part of the assembly, mainly because I forgot most of that lining was homework. Is everybody ready to move on now that I'm done? Get on there. So what we want to do is we want to grab an exterior piece. Exterior and our bottom piece. You're all ready? We want to find our centers. So if you haven't already, go ahead and find your centers along by folding it in half like this. And I do little snips. And the reason I do snips is because those snips don't disappear. Whereas pen marks sometimes wipe away, and just make sure they're very, very small. And again, on these smaller sides, shorter sides. And this is where you're going to want to make sure that you've trimmed this as thin as you possibly can, so it's not too bulky around the foam. All right, ready? Let me clear off some of this mess I have going on here. Okay, so on the back side of our bottom piece, so it's going to be going on like this, right? So this bottom part, we want to measure in a 1/2 inch. See these little straight little nubby sides right here? See it better here? See where it's kind of straight here? That's where we're going to be measuring in from, and we want to make a 1/2 inch line. Like so. Can you guys see that? So it's 1/2 inch in. Same with the other side. Go ahead and do it on the opposite side as well. We'll just get ahead of the game and mark it all. These are very, 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 very important, because this bottom goes together so uniquely. Okay? So let me know when you're all marked. I don't want to move too fast on this. I want to make sure everybody is watching. So let me know when you have your marks done. I'm getting excited. We're going to get a lot of this done today, I think. So let me know when your marks are done, and we will move to the next. As I clean up my mess. Now Dawn has made one of these already too, so she can be a great resource as well. Okay. Give it another minute or so. Diane is ready. Lexi is done. We'll give it till 10:02. Dawn is here for all of us. When we go to get the zipper done here, I do it just a slight difference, a little easier, I think, the way I do it. So we will see. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put these right sides together like so. Match up your center. Clip it in place. And you're going to see our little 1/2 inch marks almost match up perfectly with those little notches underneath. I can't wait to show you guys what those notches are for. It's amazing. Truly is. Okay, so once that's done, what we're going to do is we're going to take this to the machine, sew it with a 1/2 inch, but we're going to be starting and stopping at those marks that we made. So to the right of this mark here, we're going to backstitch 2 or 3 times, go across to the other line and backstitch a few times as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think we have the autofocus thing completely figured out. I don't think we have any issues anymore. Okay. So where is my, make it 1/2 inch, starting at that mark. Come on. Sticking on. Okay. Backstitch a few times. Go all the way across the other mark. Now this pattern is bizarre because we don't top stitch any of this. We're just sewing. All right. So now that we've done that, we are going to do the exact same thing with one of the panels, one of the lining panels and the lining bottom. Now the way I'm doing this is the back of my bag. So I'm prepping the lining panel that is also going to be at the back of my bag, because these are going to be right sides together or wrong sides together like this. So right now I'm working with the back side of my bag. Okay, so take your back lining panel as well and repeat the same process with the lining panels for just the one side. So we'll give everybody about 8 minutes or so to do that. Ask questions if you have any. It's the exact same process. Half inch in from each side. Find all my centers. And then we get to a tough part. want the camera to come up so you can see more of the table. Let me kind of move you down. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. But it is my table's here, and I keep having to lean way up here, but I think you can see more if I have it kind of on this angle. Find my center. Rob Brandy, your videos have gotten so much quicker. Was rewatching the NCW with your setup the way it is now. You save a lot of time for me. Don't I, Karen? It's so much better, and I really could not have done it without all of you. That first class was filmed with just my phone, and I had to move it from place to place, but having the 4 cameras set up, I don't even use my phone for the videos now, and with the click of a button, it's just way better. Wanda, has anyone who have made up the Lola previously top stitched once you install the top zipper? I've seen people's top stitch online. I haven't, but I know you would have to I think you couldn't top stitch all the way across. You would have to top stitch and stop probably about 3/4 of an inch from the side to do that. Wanda, I believe that Lauren had a live sew of a Lola where she top stitched it, so that might be a place to go and look for it. I honestly love it without the top stitching. Like, it just looks so clean. And I mean, we're sewing this on with 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, so it's not it doesn't get hung up on anything. But yes, I believe Lauren had a video doing it. But you couldn't sew all the way to the sides. Like, you could only top stitch, like, from where you can see how on the side here, see how it goes down like this and how our zippers are in? Our zippers are the same on both sides. They're both turned in, so you can't go all the way. So I would say you'd have to start and top stitch like from maybe 1/4 of an inch in from this zipper to about 1/4 of an inch before this one ends, and those would be the only areas you would top stitch. I don't think it's in the pattern to top stitch, Dawn. I don't believe there's any top stitching in the pattern. Nope, no top stitching. But it looks so amazing without the top stitching, which surprises me. And I used vinyl, and it was fine. But yeah, check out Lauren of Sew Whatever. She top stitched one, I think, and I believe when I watched it, she said you couldn't go all the way to the edge. It would be awkward to top stitch. Bye, Karen. We'll see you later. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is where we are at now. I'll give everybody a few minutes. Making you dizzy. Let me know when you're there. Then we're going to start the hardest part of the bag. Diane's done. 6. Again, we've done our back panels of our bags. And we can put those aside. I'll give everybody 2 more minutes here. And then we're going to start on our zipper. So while I'm waiting, what you can do now is you can cut 12 inches a zipper. So I'm going to cut my 12 inches a zipper. Are the notches up soon? No, not quite yet. Just want to make sure that that was right. I think so. And you can also go ahead and put your zipper pull on for this next step. Where did my zipper pull go? There it is. Oh, wait. Don't cut your zipper yet. I want to make sure something. Because I'm using zipper by the yard. I just want to double check. No, that's right. 12 inches. Just sent something to the admin chat. Okay, let me take a peek. Oh. Oh, look, yes, it does say we can top stitch it. I'm not top stitching it. I missed that altogether, but I'm not going to top stitch it. It worked out great without top stitching. So you would top stitch it from the inside of the bag. I can kind of explain that later. Thank you, Dawn. I don't know how I missed that. It would be hard to top stitch, I think. Okay. But if you guys want to, we can definitely do it. You like it without as well? I'm thinking I cut my zipper tape wrong. Dawn, do you remember how long you cut your zipper tape? Was it 13 inches? Okay, for everybody that cut your zipper tape, we've cut it too short. I apologize. You're good without top stitching, Kathy? So I should have made a note of this. I'll have to save this for later. If you're using a pre-made zipper, you're using a 13 or 12 inch zipper, but we need it to be a little bit longer than that. I wish I could remember what I did in my tutorial. Okay, I think what I did was I measured along here because we want the zipper to be about the same here. Was it 12 inches? Why does my zipper seem so short? Okay, we'll just go with it. I might be second guessing myself. Oh, but we are bringing it in. Okay. Okay, Okay, so I have my zipper ready to go. You're going to double check? Okay, thank you. You're going to check my tutorial for me? That would be amazing. Thank you. Because I believe this is supposed to be the same length. I think I'm an inch shy. Oh, I know. I like getting feedback too. Don's just going to double check. Don't cut your zipper yet if you're doing zipper by the yard. I have a feeling I was supposed to cut 13 inches. Don's just going to check my tutorial. It's because the pattern is for pre-made zippers. So I had to figure out how long we needed to go. And this one is just not going to be long enough. Because I believe it's supposed to go from this little notch here to this little notch here lengthwise, and I'm almost exactly an inch shy. I'm almost 95% sure that's what I needed to do. So I think it's going to go from there to there. I'm actually going to cut it because I'm pretty sure that's what I need to do. Which is a 13-inch zipper. So I'll put this tab on. Yes, it'll curve, sort of. But we're going to be bringing it in by 3/4 of an inch here. Hi, Amy. Sounds good. How's that new machine going? Yeah, and if I curve it, it goes almost perfect. It's crazy because I just did this tutorial not too long ago. I really should watch my tutorials before I teach a class, I guess, hey? Yes, 90-degree angles, yeah. So in this case, it's actually better to be longer in your zipper than shorter because we can make it okay here. Okay, are we all set? So what we want to do is, where's my ruler? And I'm going to do this as per the pattern, a little different than my tutorial was. From these little kind of square edges, it was 13. Perfect, that's what I thought. So from here to here, we want to mark 3/4 of an inch in. See where these little straight edges are here? So yeah, if you're using zipper by the yard, you want 13 inches. If you're using a pre-made zipper, you want 12-inch pre-made zipper. So you want to mark in 3/4 of an inch from each side. This is the most complicated part of doing this. We want to find the center of our zipper tape. So for mine, because I'm using zipper by the yard, that's 6.5 inches. So I'm just going to mark that on the wrong side here. In my tutorial, I show a little bit of a different way of doing it. I honestly think this way would be a little more accurate. So face down. Okay, so this is the back of my bag. So I got to think about how I want my zipper pull going. So I want my zipper pull on the back of my bag to be closing to the right. So when the front of the bag is this way, my zipper pull is closing to the left. So back of the bag, zipper pull to the right. If you're using the front of the bag, zipper pull pointing to the left. Okay? So you're going to match up that center mark like so with that snip and clip down like so in place. Make sure your hardware's out of the way. And you just want to make sure your zipper extends past that 3/4 of an inch line. For now, I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to take and pull our zipper apart just slightly like so. And at that line, we're going to fold our zipper up at a 90-degree angle. Up on itself like so. Do you guys see that? 90-degree angle up on itself like so. Right at that line. So our zipper is face down with our exterior piece here. See, like that? We have it folded up at a 90-degree angle right at that 3/4 inch line. I just kind of, it's flat. I take it and I turn it up. In my tutorial, I kind of turn these up beforehand. But we're going to try it like this. And then you're going to do the same down the other side. Does that make sense to everybody? And do the same at the other mark. Make sure your zipper is right sides together with your exterior piece. Pull your zipper apart and flip it up, matching that curve still at a 90-degree angle at that line. Oh, come on. Stay in place. And what that's going to do is it's going to create our stops on each side. It's nice and even. And with this, take your time, make sure everything is where it needs to be. Okay? Give everybody a couple minutes. Let me know where when you're to this point. You want to make sure that your zipper on the back here at that 90-degree angle is overhanging by at least 1/8 of an inch. Any questions? It's already 5:15. Holy moly. Another couple minutes. Could you see it close up? Does that work? And again, in my tutorial, I do this as well, and a little bit different. I can show you guys that way as well if you would like, but it's a few extra steps. And all that is I turn these in by 3/4 of an inch and I stitch them, and same with the other side. But this gets the same effect. This is how it's written in the pattern. And it works well too. You will want your stiletto handy for this next step. I'll give everybody 3 more minutes. I know this is the tough part. This is the toughest part of it all. Give me a done when you're done there. I really don't want to rush ahead too much. What was 1/8 of an inch? Okay, on the back here, see how my zipper tape kind of hangs over a little bit by 1/8 of an inch? You want that. So even if that means if your tape isn't quite long enough, you can bring it in a little bit. That's if you're using a number, like if your zipper tape is more than 1 inch wide. So just so it's hanging over, this little hangover is that 90-degree angle tail from when we flip those up. Dawn's ready? One more minute. Diane's ready? Excellent. How are you doing, Lexi? Does everybody have a stiletto or an awl or something they're going to be able to use as a tool? It's going to help hold this tape nice and even when we're going to sew this in place. You are also going to need your right zipper foot on if you have one. If you have a zipper foot, I strongly recommend putting the zipper foot on right now. You did it like I did in the tutorial, came out perfect? Yeah. Perfect. Okay, we're ready. I've actually never tried it this way with the pattern. I always go straight to my go-to, so I thought this is a good time to try this. This should give us the same thing. Tiffany. Okay. So now we are going to sew this on with a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. You don't want to go more than that 1/4 of an inch because, especially if you're not top stitching it. So we're going to start just before our 90-degree angle. We're going to hold the 90-degree angle in place with our stiletto here to help save our fingers. So I'm just before my zipper tape here at a 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to start sewing. And I like to do a little bit of a back stitch over that 90-degree angle, and then hold your zipper tape, kind of bringing it up with your stiletto so it's nice and even without stretching the zipper tape with our main panel, and sew around with a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Nice and even so we don't have a wavy zipper. Take it nice and slow, get that curve really good. I'm happy to say our next couple of classes are not top closure, top zipper bags. Oh my goodness. Okay, and make sure when you come to the other one that you're very aware of your 90-degree angle because you don't want it to fall. This is going to be what's going to make our zipper stop. So I like to go, whoops, use your stiletto here too and go a couple times over top of those zipper teeth. Whew, and take a deep breath and pat yourself on the back. Ooh, I did good. And you know what? This way turns out exactly like, it's very similar to my method that I did it to. All right. And then once that's done, you can kind of fold it up and you can see how even your spacing is between your exterior and your teeth. Make sure it's all good where you want it. And mine is. I'm going to give you guys all about 5 minutes or so to do that, and then we will do the next step. Doing awesome. So Lisa, my tutorial was okay then, and it turned out well, hey? Lexi is ready. Awesome. Aw, thanks, Lisa. I'm a lot less nervous during the tutorials. It's really hard to sew live, especially when you start second guessing yourself. As you see, I do that a lot. Diane is done. Okay, we'll just give it another minute or so. Take deep breaths, pat yourself on the back. Oh my goodness. Give me 1 second. Dave is calling me. Hello, I'm in class. Everything okay? Okay, say hi to everybody. Dave says hi, everybody. Okay, I'll see you when you get home. Bye. He forgot I was in class and he's on his way home. I just want to make sure there was no emergency. Okay, so now you're going to take your other lining main panel with the bottom. And we are going to put it right sides together, like so. Okay, and exact same way. Oh, first, now we are going to, actually first we're going to flip this over. So we're going to be following the stitching. But we want to measure in on the back side of this one. This is a 3/4 of an inch here. Now we want to make a 1/2 inch line right from that center there. So right there. And same with on the other side. 1/2 inch line. So there's that first line where we stopped our stitching, and there's the 1/2 inch line. You see what we did there? So we have our stitching, which was at the 3/4 inch line here. That was where we folded it up, and we're making now a 1/2 inch line on each side. All right. So that means when we go to put these together, we're starting just past there. Okay, so then you can flip this back over. And now we can take these right sides together, match up that center. Now it's nice, we don't have to worry about curving up these sides. Go ahead and clip this in place, making sure your zipper and your hardware is out of the way. All the way to the end. Same to the other side. Just like so. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to sew from this side. We are going to start at that line that we just drew, that 1/2 inch line, back stitch, follow our stitching that we did before, go past the stitching to the other 1/2 inch line and back stitch. Do not sew past that 1/2 inch stitch line. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm starting at that 1/2 inch line that I drew. I need to pull my threads longer. Okay. And back stitching and following that stitch line that we did before. This makes it nice and easy to follow. You could also do it from the other side and just do a 1/4 of an inch. That works too. But if you need a little bit of a guide, you can do it this way. Okay, when I get to where my zipper is, I should be okay to get past it. Using your zipper foot and using only 1/4 of an inch, you shouldn't have to move your pull out of the way at all. Okay, and then past that 3/4 inch mark and go to the 1/2 inch mark, back stitch, and we're good. All right, how's everybody doing? I'm just going to double check my work. I'm happy with that. So nice. I seriously love this pattern so much. Okay. So everybody let me know when you're done that. Thanks, Lisa. I said I suffer from a fair amount of social anxiety. So doing live classes, I try to hide it a little bit, but I always have fear of making mistakes. But I'm just learning from this that it's okay if I make mistakes on camera, right? Because it's actually teaching also how to get through those mistakes. So yeah. And it's all about sewing with friends and everything too, so. How's everybody making out? Dawn is done. Diane is done. Diane, I'm so proud of you. Lisa, you make lots of mistakes, you blame your sewing machine. It's always the sewing machine's fault. You said it, and there's no mistakes that you can't really get over. Dawn says, I'm... Okay. We'll just give Lexi a few more minutes here. Doing a double zipper just because. Oh, look at you, overachiever. A double zipper would work. Sure. That actually will keep those ends closed a little bit better too, wouldn't it? Make it a little easier to work with. Okay, so now once you have that, what you want to do is you want to flip these wrong sides together, like so, and then just go give this a good press, pulling the lining and all that away from the zipper best you can. Be careful not to get your vinyl in there if you're using vinyl, but just go and give it a good steam and a good press. You can't really do it on this side. You can see how nice and far away it is because we didn't do a 3/8 seam. We did a 1/4 inch seam. So that just makes it so this zipper is so much easier than say in the Annette or even say the Trailblazer or whatever, when that is sticking up. It just gets stuck on things. This just makes things so much better. So let's go ahead and just go give it a quick press. Be careful not to touch your vinyl overlays. I will put you up to face, so I'm sure you want to watch me iron, but here we go. Okay. Get the chair out of the way. Again, making sure you're not touching your vinyl. I'm just giving it a good shot of steam for mine. And I find for the vinyl side, just shoot it with steam if you can, like this, not putting it on, and then you can kind of press it with your fingers while it's hot to press it away from that zipper tape. Don't put it on the vinyl though. Just kind of steam it a little bit, and then it just softens it a little so you can finger press it that little bit better. Okay. Just gonna double check it on this side again. It really takes the time to steam it for this, especially because we aren't top stitching. I don't believe I missed that whole top stitching section in the pattern. I don't know why I thought this one didn't get top stitched, but I like it better without the top stitching, but I can show you how to do it. I'm not going to do it, but I can show you the process of it. All right. So this is what we got. See how it's nice and pressed away from it? You're going to find these are going to start falling away. That is okay. So now what we're going to do with the other side, and it'll probably be the last thing we do today, but we will have no homework unless you want to watch the tutorial. We're going to attach the other two sides in the exact same fashion. Okay? So once again, we are going to mark in 3/4 of an inch from each side. Everybody can kind of work on their own here. 3/4 of an inch in from each side. Rinse and repeat. 3/4. And 3/4. All right. And this is the one time you won't be seeing me use tape for this. Because of that curved top, it would be really hard to use tape to do this. Lenore says I use tailor's clapper to put pressure and flatten the seam. Oh, is that what a tailor's clapper is for? I have always wondered. I had no idea. Probably because I'm not a tailor. But cool, that's something to look into. Maybe that's something I need in my sewing room. Okay. So matching up that center of the exterior, I'm going to start with the exterior panel first. And as you can see how having the zipper or the foam cut away from the zipper, how much easier it has made it for doing the zipper. And a lot less bulky. So Lenore, with the tailor's clapper, what do? You just, I don't even know what one looks like. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna look at. I'm curious now. Now I kind of want one and I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm gonna turn it up at that 90-degree angle at that line again. Again, if you have a hard time holding it like this, you can do it how I do in the tutorial. It's the exact same process, just an extra step. So these are held in place already. But because this was written in the pattern this way, I thought it might be good to show it this way. And actually, I'm rather pleased with it. Stay in place. It's a little more finicky this way, but it does the job. It's basically a block of wood. It absorbs the heat and it's moisture as you flatten this. Oh, very cool. Nice. Maybe I need one. I just want all the things. I like all the sewing gadgets. See? Brandy, what type of food are you and Dave going to have tonight? We're going to Mr. Mike's, Wanda. We're going to have a Mike burger. I have a craving for one. I actually think Brady's going to crash with us too. Which is okay. I like it when my son likes to actually spend time with me sometimes. Okay, 90-degree angle up. Again, take your time with this part. Don't rush it because this zipper is such a crucial element of this bag for sure. Lauren, it's a good for quilting. Oh, good to know because I've just started doing quilting. Aw, thanks, Wanda. You think my tutorials are awesome? That makes me so happy. I've tried my best to improve them the best I can over the 2 years. It's been 2 years since I've been making them. If you want to have a laugh, my very first tutorial is the Nora Doctor bag. Look it up on my channel. Oh my goodness. It's when I got my Titan. Yeah, it's a good time. Oh, I do love a good burger. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sew this with 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Using my stiletto again. Dave is home early. Coco's just going to bark a little bit because her dad just got home and she's really excited about it. You can see I'm taking it nice and slow. There's absolutely no rush on this. You want it to be perfect. Again, top zippers are not my forte by any means. So the slower, the better in my opinion. Oops. And it's okay if your zipper decides it wants to start coming apart. It will do that. That is fine. You can always go and kind of zip it back up. It doesn't like being split apart, so you can kind of just chip it back up. There we go. All better. Okay, so I'm just going to double check that I like my stitching along there. Again, it's going to want to come apart. That's okay. It's not going to go anywhere. We have those stops in place. I like it's nice and even. Again, you can kind of zip it up if you want to again. Just kind of pull your zipper one way and then pull it the other. Get it all back in place. Okay. So again, on the wrong side here, we're going to do those 1/2 inch marks. Yay, Lisa, improving. It's really just making things over and over again. It's all you. 1/2 inch. Half inch. Okay. Any questions? It's kind of nice when it's just rinse, repeat. Guaranteed you guys are going to want to make another one of these after. I plan on making a whole bunch of these with novelty vinyls for my Christmas markets. I think they're going to sell like hotcakes, and they're fairly fast sew. Mind you, this is only my second time ever making one. The first time I ever made it was my tutorial bag. This is my second one. But I really do enjoy them, so. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and sew from those 1/2 inch lines to the 1/2 inch lines, following that stitching. You guys are all awesome. Should get this out of the way. All right. Okay, so then you can go ahead and put those two panels right sides together. Give it a good press. Let me get my zipper going the way I need it to again. Zip you up again, zip you up. So these zipper ends here, you're going to find they're going to be coming loose and stuff until we actually get this sewn together. That is okay. And it's because it's going to be sitting on top like so. And you can kind of get a look at how good your zipper is going to look just from that. Like, seriously, look at that. It looks so good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Again, my zipper is going to come apart kind of like that. It's okay. And I'm going to go and give that a good press. This one's a little harder to press because we have our, this is so close. So give it a good steam. Use your clapper. Do whatever you do for your pressing. Again, it's okay if it looks like your zipper is hanging out weird, because it is. But that's okay. It won't forever, trust me. Like mine is completely all over the place right now. So good. Don't burn my vinyl. Okay. So this is what we got. Again, you can go ahead and you can, oops, I got a string. If your zippers all come all weird like mine, go ahead and undo it and do it back up. Admire your zipper work there. It is going to be perfection. As you can see, you don't need to top stitch, but I will show you when it gets to the top stitching stage. I'll show you where it says to do it in the pattern. I completely missed it in the pattern, to be honest, but I don't mind it without it. So that is all we are going to do today. As you can see, look how good it is. Make sure it's pressed really, really nice. Any questions about that? We are very close to being done, you guys. Very, very, very close. That is all of our pieces sewn together, or we just have to put them together. Any questions at all about that? How much are you liking the Lola so far? Yay, nay? Not too hard? I'd love to know what you guys think. And the good news is no homework this time. We'll just continue on with this. I didn't expect us to get this far today, mainly because I thought we had to do our linings, which I gave for homework, and I didn't do it. But yeah, we will finish it up next week. If you guys like, you can definitely watch the tutorial to see what the next steps are. Yeah. What do you think? Curious. It is a nice bag, isn't it, Kathy? Dawn loves the Lola, so do I. I can't wait to make a whole bunch of these in some novelty vinyl. Oh, I've already done it in 2 novelty vinyls. I just love it. I don't know why it took me so long to do the Lola. I've had this pattern since I started sewing and I had never done it before. So yeah, how's everybody's bags turning out? Good? How are your top zippers? Diane, Lexi, Dawn. You love it, Lauren? Awesome. Yay. So, okay, I am going to give you homework. The only homework I have for you guys is when we sign out of this class, I want you to take a picture of where we're at and to post it on the Facebook subgroup if you can. Wanda, you love the Lola, been wanting to do it for a long time. Awesome. Yay. And I hope I'm not making it too confusing. I know I was kind of second guessing myself. I did the zipper. This is good because the tutorial I show a way that I will probably do the zipper my way next time. It's so similar to this, but I just felt like I wasn't as nervous doing it that way because I had more control. So at least now I've shown you how to do it as per the pattern. And then if you want to see my hack, you can see the tutorial for that. Amy says, side question, any ideas how to get a dry Giardini metal gloss up? Amy, I have heard, I have not tried yet, but I have heard a magic eraser will take it off. So give it a try. Somebody in this group said magic eraser will take it off. So I haven't tried it yet, but yeah. Diane, your zipper's good? Yay! It is a fast class, isn't it, Kim? But it's already 5 to 6. We've been in here for 2 hours already. Amy's still edge coding. Diane, how do you do that? Are you on Facebook, Diane? Yeah, you are. On my group that's in there, if you're on the computer and in the top bar, I believe it says, I gotta look and see what it says. I don't remember what it says. Let me look. Do you know what? I'm going to share my computer screen with you and I will show you, okay? Just let me clear off some of this stuff. Okay, desktop sharing. Yay! I just love that I can do this. Okay, so this is my group here, right? And if you go to the top here where it says feed channels, click on that and it's going to give you all of these groups. So right now we are working on the, where are you? Lola domed bag, so go view. And look at Lisa's already been an overachiever and finished hers. So this is where you can post your pictures, your progress pictures. This is where you can post the pictures that you want in the mini movie. So yeah, if you go into this group and do that, if you're with the apothecary group, again, that's in here too. So apothecary. So I guess if you were completely out of here, so I'm in my own profile here. And to find the group, I just start typing beans bags. I start beans and it comes up first thing there and I just hit it and it takes me there and it's just under feed channels here and then you can choose which one you want. Does that work? Does that explain it, Diane? Yay! Posted. Look at you go. Yeah, Dawn's just posted. I'm still showing my whole screen here. This is what my computer screen looks like all the time. Oh my gosh. Yes. Any questions? I love that I can share my computer screen that way. That's really cool. That was a good class. Except the Lola is much less involved than the bags we've been doing the last couple months. So it's actually really a really nice break to have a lighter bag. I can tell you, I don't think the take 3, I haven't made the take 3 yet, which is what we're doing. I think that's our Thursday class, isn't it? Take 3? Yeah, it is. I think that one's going to be a little more involved. I haven't made one yet. I will be doing the tutorial beforehand again. Diane, if you can't do it, just email me a picture and I'll post it for you. That works too. No homework. We have no apothecary homework either. Yay! So there will be no homework classes next week, which is nice. I get a little bit of a break that way because I still have to get all my Wallet Week tutorials done. Wallet Week starts Sunday. I've only done 2 of the tutorials. So I got to keep working on them so I can post 1 a day until the following Saturday. So I have Sunday and Mondays done. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing Tuesdays. I'm taking Saturday off. Sunday I'll be doing one every day until pretty much the 26th. So, oh Lisa, thank you for your hard work. It's working together. It's great. Dawn's going to do a number of Lolas for market. Excellent. Yay! All right, so if you guys need any help through the week, you know what to do. You can email me, you can message me. Feel free to add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. Anybody that's a member, I find we've become personal friends, and I don't mind being a personal friend with you. If you want to do that, feel free. Yeah, make sure you go to, do you guys know how to vote for, I don't know how to show here. To vote, I'm going to share my screen. Make sure you go vote for our October bag. I can see myself. Look at all the screens of me. So when you're on, okay, when you're on my lead channel here, you want to hit community and you want to scroll down a bit until you find the draws. So I can't vote on these because I made them. So far our Thursday October class is the Dandelion bag, which by Blue Cala, double zip, which makes me super happy because I've been wanting to make that one for so long. And then the Tuesday one, so far it's been a good race between the Blossom Crossbody by Bagstock and the Melanie by Cassiopeia. I'd be happy if either of them won. I'm really want to make this one. I haven't made it. Actually, I haven't made either of them. So make sure you go in and vote for which one you would like to see for the October classes, because that poll will be ending on the 30th of the month and I will be announcing those. So Yeah. Yes, Amy, Wallet Week is open for everybody. I already have 2 of the videos marked as premiere on the channel. They are live to the public and everything. And they're just tutorials. There's 7 tutorials that I came up with wallets. No, that I came up with. I went hunting for wallets that you don't see a lot of tutorials on, except for, I will tell you, the Necessary Clutch wallet will be in there. And I know there's a ton of tutorials on that, but do you know what? I've done a class on it. I didn't do a tutorial on it, so I want to make sure I have it done. Plus, I promised my sister-in-law one, so I may as well make a tutorial while I make it. And then there's 6 others. I hope I choose good ones. I tried to find ones that were different, that there aren't a lot of tutorials on. There is 1 men's wallet, so I hope that all works. But I'm going to go and have my date night with my husband. It is his Friday, and then we're going to go grocery shopping because that's how we roll. That is our romantic night. Mr. Mike's dinner with our son probably tagging along, and then grocery shopping. Yes. All right. So yeah, if you guys need any help through the week, make sure you email me, get me on Facebook, Messenger, reach out in that subgroup that I showed you how to get to. And post your homework. That's the only homework you have, is to post your Lola bags on there. If you're part of the Tuesday classes, post your apothecary too. I want to see your progress, okay? Anyways, good night, everybody. Thanks again. I love Tuesdays and Thursdays. They are my favorite. And I will see you guys, some of you on Tuesday for the 3rd apothecary class, and everybody else for our final Lola class. We are so close to being done. Anyway.